What's good, y'all? We're back with another trading video, and we're just gonna go through a recap of this week. Let's see how it went, man. So Monday, June 2nd, first trade of the month, man. After a rough month in May, here we go. We have this breakout on gold. As you can see, we rejected the 50. We also have a zone right here that, oh my goodness, I had a brain fart. I noticed this after the fact. Um, don't cook while you trade. Don't get up and start doing stuff because that's what I learned. I know that, but it's like sometimes just sitting here waiting for a setup can get boring. So I got hungry and I just started cooking breakfast, bro. And I saw this setup, so I was like, oh, bet, let's get in, let's get in. But as you can see, it's good. We got a breaker structure. We're coming back down to this zone. We're also having the breakout as confluence. And boom, literally right then and there, we took our dub. So why I brought up the fact that I missed that this zone was here was because I talked about last week before this week started that I need to go for the 1 to 1.5 when there's a zone with confluence, no matter what the zone is on the 5 minute. Wait, what? Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, okay, take the zone. But the main thing was to go for the 1 to 1.5. Um, and as you can see, it literally hit that. So I should have gone for it, but I just wasn't aware. I wasn't as aware as I should have been. And we missed out on some profits, man. We missed out on some profits. But, most importantly, we missed out on executing our plan perfectly. But overall, this trade was good. And then on Tuesday, we have oil. We had to be very patient on Tuesday. There's no zone here or anything. Um, as you can see, like this isn't a gap. So we just took the 1 to 1. And this is another solid setup. We zoom out. You can see like we were going up, going back down. EMA's aligned. It's not the cleanest chart, but as you can tell, we had a breaker structure. We had a nice breaker structure, and we came back down. So I'm just like, okay, bet, let's do it. Boom, dub. Boom, dub. And bro, these trades be moving, man. I'm telling you, these trades be moving. Yeah, my stop loss is right here. It's not a whole lot of room, but this is how I've been taking my trades the whole time. And bro, look at this. That's at a 5 to 1, bro. I'm not even trying to hold for that long, but man, for all the gamblers out there, bro, trading breakouts might be your thing, man, because you can really get some crazy profits sometimes. You can really get some crazy profits. But I just stick with the 1 to 1, bro. Trying to make sure I stick with this plan. So yeah, oil was a solid trade, but we had news at 10 o'clock. And as soon as I, check the news and I see that the report came out and nothing really happened on the charts, I was like, bet, let me get in. So I got in on my 150K funded, but on my 50K funded, I couldn't get in because it just started spiking up. As you can see, it won in less than 5 minutes. And I was like, bro, no way. No way. I can't have this happen to me, bro. I literally can't be having that happen. So I'm going to make sure that I set up the copy trader on Tradeovate because, man, I can't be missing out on profits like that, bro. And that's part of executing. I'm really trying to, make sure that I execute as good as I can. So, yeah, it's kind of tough that I ended up only getting this on the 150. And another thing is, I still waited for news a little bit, so I ended up getting in like around here, and I still went for my original 1 to 1, so I didn't really get the exact 1 to 1. Like, look at this, boom. This is like 1.43 to 1, but my entry was like right here, so I ended up not actually getting the 1 to 1 that I wanted. I could have got it, but I made my 1 to 1 from the original entry, so that was my take profit, which was like right here. And that stuff makes a difference, man. I'm not gonna lie. That stuff makes a difference because if you take a loss, now your loss is a 1 to 1 too. At least for me, because I'm just going for the 1 to 1s, holding from stop loss to TP. And that's exactly what we're about to get into with this next trade on silver. All right, silver, man, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. We entered on the micros. Looks good. Looks kind of like gold a little bit, but not really. Like we're actually really high on silver. Um, But we had our pullback here. It's a solid pullback. And this is a trade I would enter any day. This went with my plan. And I've had trades that were near all time highs like gold in April, and it ended up winning, just going for the 1-to-1. Uh, so I entered this trade. It's a solid trade in my books. And as you can see, we're going up, but we just lost momentum, bro. We just lost momentum. Unfortunate. We took the L. And that's how we ended the week. So that was really tough way to end the week. But like, you know, I still took the trade that went with my plan. So I can't be too mad. And there are so many different thoughts I was having in this trade, y'all. And I want you guys to really listen and just take this into account because I wanted to get out this trade early. I could have got out as soon as, it was going below the 13. Like as soon as I see it, oh my goodness. As soon as I see that it's not reacting, bro, I could have got out around here because every time that boy reacting to the 13. So now I'm like, dang, it's starting to go down. I could get out, right? I could make my loss a little smaller, but that's not part of the plan. That's literally not part of the plan, bro. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all the plan. Let TP hit. Let stop loss hit. So I let it hit, which I'm very happy about at the end of the day, because long term, me taking this small loss, if I ended up getting out early, it would have been good, right? It would have been good on my account, but it would not have been good on my mental because just because this happens one time doesn't mean it's going to happen again, bro. I've had trades that go, one tick away from stop loss and then it's a dub. You know what I mean? That's why I say you let stop loss and TP hit. So, this trade just didn't work out in my favor. And that's okay. There's going to be trades like that. You know what I mean? So, that's really what I want y'all to learn. Like, look in the grand scheme of things with some of your trades and some of the decisions you make. Like, if your plan is for your trade to hit stop loss or TP, let it happen. Even if you see that it's about to lose, let that junk happen, bro. That's just my opinion. Because in the grand scheme of things, it's gonna be more beneficial towards your mindset and your habits. So that is exactly what happened this week. We went 2-1. Ended the week with an L on Thursday. It was NFP, so we didn't trade on Friday. We took 2 dubs on Monday. We took a dub on Monday and a dub on Tuesday, so we didn't trade on Wednesday. Just like how I said in here, don't trade Wednesday if you see 2 wins on Monday and Tuesday. Um, let's see what else. Truly look at the chart. I gotta do better with this for sure because gold, I didn't truly look at it. I didn't even see this when I was taking it. Could have got the 1.5. Um, journal thoroughly. Definitely can do a bit better with journaling. I did journal every day, but not very thoroughly. But sometimes it doesn't require super thorough journaling. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, giving yourself props every day for doing trading, something you never get. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Just being kind to yourself and showing up for yourself is a big thing. And then reviewing the best setups daily. Loki did not do this at all. I'm not gonna lie. So these are gonna be some things that I gotta work on, and just make sure that like I continue to do what I do, and just execute this strategy to a T because them little mistakes like me not going for the 1.5 to 1 and me not entering on the 50K, that makes a big difference in your P&L at the end of the month because you're not executing to a T. Like I'm taking the great strategies. I mean, not strategies. I'm taking the great trades, but I'm not always executing the way that I would want to. So, yeah, with these 2 wins, they definitely could have been better in terms of profits, but at least, bro, at least I'm taking the quality setups, man, because in May, bro, I was tweaking so much. I was not looking at the charts thoroughly. Like, no, this is improvement, man. And I just got to make sure that I can continue to improve. This trading stuff is a journey, bro. And I'm glad that, y'all are here to witness this journey, this come up with me. So I'll see you guys next week. And yeah, peace out.